Hey folks, welcome back to Markelly Farm. We're bringing you something this time of year that everybody needs. A recipe for all of that zucchini. So stick around, we're going to make something really yummy with it. This time of year there's always a pile of zucchini on the counter waiting for something to do. I make omelets with it. I just stir fry some of it for lunch and supper with some meats that I've already had pre-cooked and stuff like that. We try to use quite a bit of it. But we also bake with a lot of it. We're going to bake with some today. We're going to make some lemon zucchini muffins. So let's get this thing started. To start with, you need to grate a cup and a half of zucchini, and it'll be about this size of a zucchini. It'll give you a cup and a half. And then after you grate it, you want to squeeze it out over the sink. Squeeze all that liquid out and then measure out a cup and a half. So let's get some of our dry ingredients together. Our first dry ingredients, what you need is 2 cups of cake flour. We have our Niobrara all-purpose wheat flour that we're going to use, but we can still use it in this recipe. The secret is, for every cup of flour, you remove 2 tablespoons of flour and add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch in its place, and it gives you what you need for cake flour. So we've got 2 cups of flour, so 4 tablespoons is a 1/4 cup. We just get in here and level out a 1/4 cup, put that back in the bin, and we'll get a 1/4 cup of cornstarch to put in there. There's our 1/4 cup of cornstarch. Put that in our flour and we'll whisk that up good. Got it all whisked together. Now, Niobrara flour, it's not like a special kind of flour. This is the company we get our flour from, Niobrara Grain and Milling. They're out of Valentine, Nebraska, which is up on the Niobrara River. And they have organically grown and non-GMO flour that they get from local farms up there, and they mill it themselves. There's their website there, Niobrara Grain and Milling. We're really pleased with their product, and we use a bunch of it. We buy it in bulk in these big bags, and we keep it down the root cellar. So in this now, we're going to go with some baking powder and some salt. So we need 1 1/3 teaspoon baking powder. There's 1. And then we just kind of guesstimate 1/3. About like that. Now we need a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So we're using our good Redmond sea salt. And when I use kosher, like granule size, I heap my spoon up because the granules are bigger. So now we're going to give that another stir. I love these little whiskey things. We have several of them in the kitchen. So in a little bit bigger bowl, we've got 1 1/4 cups of just regular granulated sugar, and to that we're adding 6 tablespoons of just vegetable oil. We've already got 4 in here. Here's the last 2. Now if you don't want to use the oil, you can substitute equal amounts of applesauce. But I am all out of applesauce, so we're going to go with the oil. Now to that mixture we added 2 room temperature eggs and 1/3 of a cup of either almond milk or just regular whole milk. And then we're going to whisk all that up good. That's what it looks like when you're done. Now to this, we're adding 2 tablespoons of lemon juice and 1 teaspoon of either vanilla or almond extract. I prefer the vanilla. Our teaspoon of vanilla is in. There's our 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Combine that. Now we are ready to incorporate our flour into our liquid. Now once you add your flour, you want to mix just until it's combined. You don't want to overmix when you're making muffins or cakes or anything like that. It's okay even if it's just a tad bit lumpy. But once it's incorporated, I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, there's what it looks like. You see there's little pieces of flour you can still see. That's fine. Just want to bring it together. That's it. So now we're going to fold in our 1.5 cups of squeezed out zucchini, and then we're also going to add 2 tablespoons of lemon zest. Okay, our zucchini's in. We're using Kelly's freeze-dried lemon zest, and I just put it in the mortar and pestle and broke it up a little bit. There's 2 tablespoons of that. Yummy, yummy stuff. Smells amazing. So this, you want to be careful and not overmix. We're going to fold all this stuff in. And if you're new to baking, folding is just coming up from the bottom like that. That's all you're doing. Scrape the bottom, fold up through your ingredients like that. You're not beating your ingredients like crazy. All you're doing is wanting to incorporate. So once we get this mixed together, we need to preheat the oven to 350 degrees, and we'll start filling our muffin cups. So we got our 24 cupcake pan. I'm using a number 30 disher, and you want to go about 3/4 full to half full on these cups, somewhere in between. And then when I get all done, if I've got one that's got a little more in it than the other, or one that's short, I just grab a little spoon out of the drawer and just kind of even everything out. That way all your muffins are the same size. But we should get pretty close with our disher here. Well, we were 2 muffins shy of getting 24, but that's all right. So we're going to put these in our 350 degree oven. It's ready to go for about 20 minutes. Okay, our muffins are in. Our dishwasher is loaded. Just a waiting game now. Now this recipe can also be made into a loaf or even like a cake. So for a loaf it'd be like a 9x5, and then a cake I think it'd be like an 8x8 square would work. But you would want to cook the loaf pan for about 45 to 50 minutes. And then whatever it is for a cake pan, you can see the different temperatures, or not temperatures, but different times for different size pans. They have those charts. So just use one of those. Now when you insert a toothpick in this, you don't want it to come out completely clean like you normally would. You want to have little crumbles on the toothpick. You don't want it to be like wet, but you want like little wet crumbles to be on the toothpick, and it's perfect. The tops of the muffin should be just almost look dry. While our muffins are baking, we're going to go ahead and make our glaze. This is 1 cup of powdered or confectioner sugar, same thing. And to that, you're going to add 1 to 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, depending on the consistency you like. It doesn't take a lot to moisten powdered sugar. There's our beautiful glaze. We ended up with 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Perfect. And that'll give the muffins even more of a lemon flavor by using the lemon juice. Now you can experiment with different fruit juices in your glaze. Even the colored juices, like a pomegranate juice, would give it kind of a pink color, or any other colored juice would do. Be kind of cool. Okay, there's our toothpick. See the crumbs on it? So our muffins are ready. Okay, there's our lemon zucchini muffins. They smell absolutely amazing. The kitchen smells amazing right now. So we've got them on a cooling rack down here. We're going to let these cool off completely, and then we'll put our icing on. Now you can put zucchini in lots of stuff. It's a real neutral flavored vegetable, and it takes on the flavor of anything that you put it with. We put it in spaghetti sauce. We've even made mock pineapple with it. You take your larger zucchini, the ones that get away from you in the garden, and then you cut them long ways. And I usually carve out the center where all the seeds and stuff are at, and then you slice them into little chunks. And if you can those in pineapple juice, it comes just like pineapple chunks. It's pretty amazing. But you can use it in any dish, and it's a good way to get your kids to eat vegetables because they won't even know it's in there. All right, our muffins have completely cooled. Let's put our glaze on top. Now, we're going to leave these muffins in the cups, and because we're putting glaze on top, we don't have to individually wrap them in cellophane plastic wrap, because with that glaze on top, it'll keep them from drying out. Now, if you weren't putting the glaze, obviously you'd want to wrap them. There's all of our muffins all glazed and ready to go. Now that glaze will crust over and harden up a little bit. And we'll take some of these to coffee in the morning. We'll give some to Mom. Now, I don't need to taste test these to tell you that they're good because I've had them before. They're amazing. Fantastic. I don't eat sweets anymore because I'm a diabetic, and since I've been on my diet and I beat my diabetes, I don't have desserts anymore. I do nibble every now and then just to taste something, but that doesn't hurt me. So, hope you enjoyed this recipe, and I hope you make these. Another good thing to do with all of the zucchini in your garden. So, stay safe, stay healthy. We love you guys. We hope you come back and see us again here real soon at Markelly Farm. We'll see you then.